So, I'm Deanna and I'm coming to you guys with another video. As you guys may know, I'm psychic. I have a lot of dreams, a lot of visions, a lot of intuitive thoughts that come to me. And I just wanted to spread a message or just to give people a sign or something. I don't really know the word for it, but just to tell people to be careful about some of the religious places that you may go to because there are a lot of lost souls in these churches, honestly. And these people try to speak out, but sadly, not a lot of people are in tune with that spiritual side, so they're just forever lost. And so yeah. So this was a vision I had about not even a month ago, and I was going to a building not far from it. But I was walking through this alleyway. I just no. When I was in my mom's car, yeah. When I was in my mom's car, I just looked at those red doors and it was something about it. Like every time I noticed that every time spirit or something intuitive is trying to let me know something, I just can't stop looking at it. Like I can't stop. My attention just won't leave from it. Or this building or this place, whatever. So I was just looking at this red door and I was just looking at this church thinking, I want to go in there one day. I don't know why, because I don't go to church. And yeah. So I went to where I was going and then I had a vision. This wasn't a dream, none of that. This was a vision. And I didn't even know what the name of the church was because the name is on the side. How the church is, the parking lot that my mom parked in is in the back. So I never seen the front of this church. I wear glasses, so even if I was in front of the church, I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So the first thing I got was those red doors I seen. This was days later, maybe even not even days, maybe about a week. The first thing I got was those doors, and then I seen Messiah Lutheran, just like that, Messiah Lutheran. And I don't know if that's the way you say it. I don't really know how to pronounce some of these churches' names, but whatever. And this is where it gets really, really creepy because I know that a lot of churches have been involved in a lot of predatory acts against children and innocent civilians. I know that churches basically steal money from their community and the fact that a lot of evil deeds go down in churches. So, yeah. So, the part that struck me in this vision, like the visions were back to back, and it was a Amish looking man, but he was in a black robe. He had on a short black top hat, and this church was built around the 1800s, and it didn't look that old back then. Like they looked like they were a little bit into the almost modern society. But anyway, he had on a black robe, and it was like a fair of some sort. It was like a line of these people slash priest, whatever, um, and a line on the side of this church around from where the door is. And it was a line of these people. And then there was one man putting children on horses. Like there was a line of the people, there was a line of horses with toddlers on top of them. And these creepy looking men were putting these little babies on top of these horses. Not little babies, they were about like 3 years old. And they were white. They had the short Amish haircut. They had the short top hat, but they had like a string at the bottom, like I guess to hold it on or whatever. Since they're young, I don't know if that's how they wore it back then, but whatever. And it really struck me because why are these men that look creepy in the first place have on black robes? See, when I see certain things the way that it's shown to me, I take that as symbolism because you don't normally see priests in all black. I mean, I never seen a priest in all black. They have the little white thing right here, but they didn't have that. It was more like just a robe and their black hat, and the children had on these hats, and there was a bunch of them. It was maybe about 5 horses that I could see from that point of view, with children on them with white button-up shirts, about a cut sleeve type of shirt, and blue jeans. That's just how descriptive this vision was. And it was like a fair of some sort going on at the church. And then I was like, okay, I got the words Messiah, I got the words Lutheran. What's next? So I Googled it and I found the church that I seen. And lo and behold, what was in front of it? Messiah Lutheran Church. And like I said before, I have a tendency of staring at things that catch my attention. So I don't know why. It was like if you you don't even know what church I'm talking about because churches are built differently, but the way that the windows were, you know how it's tinted, like you couldn't see anything out of these windows. And there was like these little rectangular 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 please I can't speak. I can't say rectangular. Whatever, that word. It was like these little blocks at the bottom of the window. And it was pretty high up, like it was on the second floor. And I just kept staring at that little piece. Out of the whole window, I just kept staring at that little piece in the middle. And then after I just kept staring at it, and then I went off the picture that I screenshotted, and then I went back and I looked, and there was an orb that appeared there in that spot. I just seen an orb. It was an orb that appeared there in that same spot that I just kept staring at. Something is like forming and moving in my room. I don't know, maybe it's the guy that was at the closet. But whatever. Anyway, see, it's just creepy. And then there's sirens and everything. So, and after I got that, I just got the feeling that someone really wanted to get out of there. Someone was really lost at that point. Like when you're psychic, you have certain things that you may feel. You're very sensitive to the feelings that they have. And me, I'm very sensitive to how they feel at that time. And it just, the emotions really hit me. So I just felt so secluded. I felt like whatever it was, I couldn't tell anyone. Whatever it was, I was here for a while and no one knew where I was. That's honestly how it felt. And then for some reason, I just couldn't get away from the thought of the basement. Like seeing the window of the basement, it just captivated me because it's like something very sinister happened in this church. And as you Google different places around here in Pennsylvania, they just tell you about the rape cases that may have happened at Messiah Lutheran Church. Even the church downtown that's called the Lutheran Church. I don't think it has Messiah in it, but something like that. That church just had this weird vibe. Like I just couldn't stop staring at a certain part of this picture of Mother Mary. And again, I had the feeling that someone was at this window. And I got the a picture of, oh, I'm trying to like see it clearly. He had on like a white vest, had on like a white button-up shirt underneath, and some type of jeans. And it was a young boy, maybe about 8 to 10 years old. Yeah, so you really have to watch your children in these churches. You just can't leave them there for Sunday school because that's when it really happens. They have basements, they have attics, anything can happen. And I really wanted to share that story because it really touched me, knowing that spirits are like basically calling to you, telling you, look, I'm here, something happened to me, I'm feeling a certain way. And no one else can communicate with them. No one else can feel that. No one else can understand just a little bit of what happened. Maybe even people don't even know what happened because the way that churches are set up, everyone is just quiet about things. Like, even if, what's it called? Them ladies that be around the pastors and stuff. Even if they see a rape happen, they're less likely to speak about it because that's their pastor and they respect him to the utmost, and anything he does is basically godly, even though they know that it's wrong. So things that happen in these churches are very like kept secret. It's a big secret. It's a big scandal. Not to offend anyone, because I was gonna say even higher people. Forget it. The Pope. They do that stuff too. Um, yeah. The people that are in ranks with the highest religions and stuff, they even know about this stuff. They probably even engage in it themselves because they know that their ancestors did, and people in this modern day society are doing it as well. So it just wouldn't surprise me that they would take on these habits or support these habits, or even if they don't support it, just not say anything about it, not try to stop it. That's basically what I'm making this video for. I just wanted to let y'all know that I keep seeing stuff and it takes me off track. But I just want people to take more of a recognition to what's happening around here in these religious places. So yeah. And I went past that church again. The one that I said had the little boys and stuff. I went past it again. And I seen an orb there in the corner of the church. Like literally in the corner. Not on the side, in the corner. You know what's weird? Where it was standing in the corner, you know that the line of the people that I was telling you about? That's where the function was happening. That's where the kids were getting put on horses. That's where everything was happening. So me seeing that person, not even seeing the person, me seeing that blue orb in that corner just sparked for like maybe 5 seconds and then go away. It's just like a sign to me, you know? I just can't get over things like this. And if you guys like understand, then I think you would be more invested into what's happening after hours at church or early in the morning, because I'm sorry if this video is too long. You know, you can exit out if you already got what you wanted and you can leave. But it's just a lot of kids get raped, a lot of boys really, even girls, but it's really the boys that I hear most cases about. And when this happens to them, they don't feel like they have anyone to talk to. They don't feel like, it's a very touchy subject for me to even talk about. But boys get raped and girls get raped and molested or touched or anything, and they just feel like they have no one to talk to. Who would believe them? You know, a pastor. Who would believe that? A reverend. Who would believe that? You know, and then even if there's other boys along with it, they're all supposed to be quiet. This is like a, what would I say? I don't even know what to call it. Like, pastors really be having a bunch of kids in on this one thing. Like, did you guys ever hear about that one church with the deaf kids, and the pastors were like raping them, and the other boys couldn't hear their screams, but the pastors can hear their muffles, what they were trying to make of screams? Like, oh, just Imagine hearing that as the pastor, like these kids are deaf. Or even as you're walking past, because the pastor wouldn't even care. Even as you're walking past, something happened like this, and you're not telling anyone. Like, imagine hearing a child that doesn't know what he sounds like or even know how to speak certain words scream after being raped. Oh, I just keep seeing stuff. It was weird because it was like a veil almost, like a curtain opening. Okay, that's the end of the video. It's already like 16 minutes. I didn't got way too into it, like off topic, on topic. People who watch my channel, they you get used to it kind of. But I'll try to make my videos more organized and things like that. So yeah, that's just my video about basically protect yourself. Keep in mind that when you go into a church, there are secrets hidden in there. There are souls literally crying out to you in there. That's just something to think about. I mean, seriously. But yeah, I'm Deanna. Subscribe, like, go watch my other videos. I even made more videos about my psychic experiences. So go watch those. And yeah, I'll be making more videos.